Hello, I'm Sheila, a mom of two figuring out how to be productive and rested at the same time. Today I'm sharing how I structure a weekend so it feels productive, but also restful. This isn't fancy, it's just regular mom life, but over time I've found little rhythms that help me feel prepared without feeling rushed. On weekends, I usually sleep in, and yes, 6:37 is sleeping in for me. On school mornings, we're up at 5:50, so anything after that feels luxurious. The house is quiet, everyone's still asleep, except for my two cats, Chrome and Lola, who remind us every morning what time breakfast is. They're brother and sister and almost 15 years old. After feeding them, I make coffee and sit down with a book while the house is still quiet. Lately, I've been reading And Then There Was You. It's a light romance with an interesting love situation, which was not what I expected. Slightly strange, slightly predictable, but honestly kind of cute. A solid 3 stars. Eventually, the house starts waking up, and we lazily make breakfast. I try not to rush weekends. I want them to feel different from weekdays. We usually tackle most of our laundry on the weekend, so it's not hanging over us during the week. I'd heard at one point that washing loads by fabric type instead of color can help clothes last longer, and we wash almost everything on cold to save energy. It's simple, but it works for us. Starting laundry early makes the rest of the day feel lighter. While a load is running, I'll work on a puzzle. I really love jigsaw puzzles. They're quiet, repetitive, and just challenging enough to keep my brain engaged without overwhelming it. There's something really satisfying to me about two pieces clicking together, and even more satisfying about finishing the whole thing. The kids worked on this one with me throughout the weekend. It ended up being something we all came back to in between everything else. After some puzzle time, I ran the dishwasher and then we headed out for errands. My kids had a Barnes & Noble gift card from Christmas that they'd been wanting to use. My son is really into the Wings of Fire graphic novel series. He started them through the library and decided he wanted his own copies. We also ran into Target for a few things, which I completely forgot to film, and then we treated ourselves to lunch out. Everyone wanted something different, so we made a couple drive-through stops and then ate together inside the third restaurant. It wasn't perfectly efficient, but it worked and everyone was happy. After that, we did a quick grocery stop and swung by the library to pick up holds and reading challenge prizes. We use our library a lot. It saves us money and keeps fresh books rotating through the house. Back home, we worked on the puzzle again and I folded laundry. I love the feeling of warm laundry straight from the dryer. It feels so cozy. Sunday is usually my prepare for the weekday. First thing in the morning, I take proteins out of the freezer so they're thawed and ready for later. That tiny step makes the afternoon smoother. My daughter decided to build a whole couch cushion palace for Chrome that morning and even filmed a tour. It was cute. We also carve out time on Sundays for schoolwork. It's not always homework. Sometimes it's just reinforcing reading or math skills so things feel easier at school during the week. Then the rest of the day is free for my kids to do whatever they want, like watch movies, play video games, or work on some artwork. Lola stopped by to help with the puzzle in her very direct, in-your-face way. She doesn't believe in subtlety when she wants attention. The kids put in the last few pieces of the puzzle and we finished it together, 500 pieces. We felt very accomplished. Then I started cooking for the week. I like having simple staples ready. This week it was grass-fed beef and chicken breasts, jasmine rice with lime, olive oil, and salt, baked sweet potatoes, and a kombucha squash. If I had cilantro, I would have added it to the rice and it would have had a full chipotle vibe, but we worked with what we had. Having proteins and carbs ready means we can throw together rice bowls or burritos quickly on weeknights with whatever vegetables we have. My son likes to test different recipe ideas sometimes. On this day, he wanted to see if drizzling peanut butter on strawberries was a good combo. He approved. And that's a weekend for us. Nothing elaborate, just small systems that help me feel productive, rested, and prepared at the same time. That balance is what makes the week ahead feel manageable. If any of this felt relatable, I'd love to know what you do on weekends to reset your brain or prepare for the week. Let me know in the comments below. Thank you for watching.